Dear Honorable Malaysia, Professor Heriza Halvi, Chief Executive, Institute of Strategic and International Studies, Malaysia, ASEAN ICS heads and members, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is such a privilege and honor for me as the chair of the ASEAN ICS Network for 2022 to warmly welcome all of you to the 35th Asia Pacific Roundtable on Sustaining Cooperation Amid Competition. Before we get started, I would like to express my sincere appreciations to ICS Malaysia colleagues who work tirelessly and dedicatedly from day one to make our event today a reality. For the last 35 years, the APR has been playing the champions of track 2 diplomacy for Asia Pacific nations to discuss the relevant and timely topics affecting our region. This roundtable today, once again, provides a cross-border dialogue to discuss frankly, robustly, and constructively on the key strategic issues that our region is faced with, especially as we all are progressing to a new normal in the post-pandemic time and heading to a more sustainable development. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, given the hard time in Europe right now, we are so blessed to stay here with a lineup of esteemed speakers and instigators to exchange our views on ways to ensure and protect our peaceful region, strengthen and mutually develop our relationships. Those are the heart and soul of our track 2 diplomacy. Let me take this opportunity to express my views on the theme of this year's roundtable on sustaining cooperation amid competition. What will be elucidated under the following sections. The first section will look at the scene of the evolving environment in our region. It includes the identification of the opportunities and challenges brought about by the China's dual circulation strategy in the context of the increasingly competitive regional environment. We will also explore some kinds of cooperation that regional countries value from this strategy, as well as some areas of improvement to make our relationship more robust. The second section is actually focusing on the impact of climate change and COP26 in our region, since Asia Pacific is now considered one of the regions hardest hit by climate change, while countries are still struggling to adapt this emerging non-traditional security issue. The key outcome of the COP of the COP26 can only be realized once regional countries try best to cooperate to make transition point to the climate action and harmonize the impact on strategic security and trade concerns with the benefits gained from the climate action. In the upcoming sections, we will be discussing the current issues that are changing and challenging our region, including EU's engagement in the Indo-Pacific, the prospect of nuclear rearmament in the region, and addressing the thematic issues of emerging and revised multilateral and multilateral mechanisms and impacts on regional stability and security. Under the rubric of these sections, we would like to hear the perspectives of prominent speakers and colleagues on finding more effective approaches to arms control and mitigate the recent development. The questions of how to enhance the cooperation and engage more openly and effectively with the emerging mechanisms and recalibrate its strategic responses in the face of the new and competing multi and multilateral mechanisms, such as the Quad, the AUKUS, and a revised BRI will also be very important for our region today. Distinguished guests, colleagues, and friends, given the high relevancy of these topics, please allow me once again to underline the importance of all participants to proactively engage in in-depth deliberations and discussions in the roundtable today, especially on the crucial aspects related to the relationship between the Asian Pacific countries. I sincerely hope that today and the next couple of days inspires ideas and discussions around the ways that we can sustain cooperation amid competition to recover from the pandemic and develop in the context of major power rivalry. With that, I will end my remarks here. Thank you very much for your attention.